What is going on, everyone? My name is Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon Challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon White, and today's challenge will be, can we beat Pokemon White using only cat-like Pokemon? Now there is a whole lot of list of Pokemon that have cat-like features and are similar to cats. However, I have compiled a list, as in I've taken a list from the internet and reconciled to myself that there's only really 5 cat Pokemon that I can really justify being cats. That being Purloin, Meowth, Glameow, Shinx, and Skitty. So those are the 5 real cat Pokemon that are actually in the game, and not really like an Espeon that's kind of cat-like and we don't really know what it is, or Eevee, which we really don't know what it is, and if I use it, it might not be justified. There's a Raikou that's a cat-like Pokemon, but like if I use that, that's really just a saber-tooth tiger. So am I really in the wrong for using these 5? I wouldn't say so, because everything else can be justified not being a cat. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Those are the 5 Pokemon we're gonna be using on our team. We're gonna decide not to evolve any of them. We have the option to evolve all of them. Actually, all of them are kind of still cat-like Pokemon, except Purloin, it becomes like a leopard. But all of them are pretty much cat-like Pokemon when they evolve. But we're deciding not to evolve them at all, because it makes the challenge a bit harder and it makes it more fun, being struggling for a bit. And of course, we're obviously allowed HM slaves. We gotta have that. And for once, I decided to nickname my Pokemon. And these nicknames are according to viewers that I see a lot on my live streams on my channel. Thank you for being a consistent viewer. And if you guys want to be nicknamed after my Pokemon when I do challenge runs, which I haven't done, so I'm gonna start doing now. Just leave I don't know, a nickname you want to be called in the comments below, with also your question of the day answers, and I'll go through them. Start nicknaming more of my Pokemon. Make these challenges more personable, because I don't nickname my Pokemon anyways. Why not give a shout out to you guys? So anyways, if you guys are excited for this challenge, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas, and also subscribe if you guys are not already. So let's get into the challenge. So to begin, we have 5 Pokemon. So we're gonna be hella under level when we head into the first gym, which is in Charlatan City, and we did choose an Oshawott to start, so we're gonna fight against Silent, which should be the first gym leader for everyone in Unova, because Silent makes more sense to anyone as the first gym leader. It feels more canon if you fight against Silent. Anyways, we head into Silent's fight. Our highest level is our Shinx, and unfortunately our Shinx gets destroyed by the Lillipup in the other team. So we're gonna have to come out and lower its defense, which we did with Shinx, and then from there we're gonna actually knock it out with our Glameow. It gets clap knocked down. Then the Pansage decides to come out. However, the Pansage is gonna be a bit of a difficult thing to knock out. Luckily, I have a Pokemon with Tail Whip in the back, so we start Tail Whipping down the Pansage. It's getting boosted up with Workup a lot, so I'm gonna be a bit afraid. If I don't beat it soon, it's gonna be a dangerous threat. Do a lot of damage after tail whipping it, lowering its defense. And our Glameow has a move called Fake Out. That is a priority move that always flinches, so we have that, so we can switch between that and our other Pokemon in the back. So sacrifice our other Pokemon in the back, it gets knocked out, and then we can send out Glameow again, and then we're gonna fake it out and knock it out. So that is the first gym down, and ooh, that was a big head take. It's a team effort. Everyone did their part, and we beat down Silent. And then from there, we're gonna beat up Team Plasma, and then we're gonna make our way to Nacrene City. Nacrene City will be the home of the second gym leader of the game, which is Lenora. We're gonna do a bit of training, and we're gonna beat and obviously head into her gym, get smashed by one of her trainers with a Herdier, which is kind of bad. The gym leader's team has a Herdier, so it doesn't look too good for us. So once we head into Lenora's fight, she will use her Herdier against us, and the plan was to actually use Sand Attack against it, so it can miss attacks, and I got 2 Sand Attacks off on the Herdier, and then I'm able to send out my Meowth, which has a Technician buff, so any attacks under 50 is boosted quite heavily. And as well, Meowth has access to the move Work Up that we got from the first gym. We're able to work up twice in front of the Herdier and then knock it out with a Fury Swipes. And then next comes the Watchog. The Watchog will be a bit of a pain, I will not lie. We actually use Bite, it flinches, and then we're able to use Fury Swipes. It doesn't knock it out, but Retaliate doesn't have its boost, so it can knock us out. And then we're gonna knock it down with our Fury Swipes, and that will be it for the Watchog. So second gym down. That was another tense battle, but we actually beat it, and we have a good move now with Retaliate. 70 power move that does a lot of damage, so we can use that on all our Pokemon. And we're gonna clear through Pinwheel Forest with the Team Galactic nonsense here, and then we're gonna head into Castelia City, the beautiful Castelia City. We're gonna get the Eviolite and the black glasses, and then we're gonna head into the gym itself. The gym itself is a bit harder than I expected because it's a bug gym. I never expect much from the bug gym, but here it's a bit troubling. We're getting knocked around by a lot of the Pokemon in here, and we lose most of our team. Luckily, we have a Skitty in the back. I started lowering its defense with Skitty, and then when it wakes up, it'll actually knock me out, which is unfortunate, but my Glameow can come out and finish the job. Once it heals itself up, I'm able to put the Whirlipede in Hypnosis and then work up and knock it out with Retaliate, and you know, it's a free boost. You know, I use Retaliate again, knock out the double, and lucky for me, I put the Levani to sleep after it hits me with a Razor Leaf, and then I knock it out with a Retaliate, and that is it for Berg. So from then we are able to go into the desert, and desert nothing much is there. We don't have like any Pokemon we can catch there. And then we're gonna head into Nimbasa City. First, we're gonna get a few TMs. We're gonna get TM Thunderwave and as well as TM Return for all our Pokemon. It'll be very useful for us going in. I got very paranoid at one point because a lot of my Pokemon kept getting paralyzed, so I bought 10 paralyzed heals, and then I never used a single one. There is still 10 paralyzed heals in my bag. So from there, we're gonna actually head into Nimbasa City's gym fight against Elisa. Elisa has two very annoying Pokemon called Emoga. Luckily, unfortunately, when I hit the first Emoga, of course I get static. That's kind of it for me off setting up, so I have to keep hitting the next Pokemon. Luckily, I do a lot of damage on a Zebstrika, and then I end up beating the Zebstrika. It, you know, paralyzes me, but the final Emoga comes out. It knocks me out. But luckily I have a Shinx in the back, can live any hit and knock out the Emoga, and we're done with Nimbasa City's gym. Now we're gonna do all the Team Plasma things in the cold storage, and then we're gonna head into Clay's gym. Clay's gym by far is a bit scarier because, you know, there's an Excadrill that's gonna be hard to deal with, but that's a bit to come. So let's start with Clay from the start. He's gonna start with a Krokorok. Nothing too scary. Krokorok it's not the scariest thing in the world. It swaggers me, so I have +2 attack with my Meowth, but I broke through the confusion, knock out the Krokorok, and then broke through the confusion again, knock out the Palpitoad. Then next I had to be a bit worried. I had to be a bit wary about what I'm gonna do against the Excadrill. I gotta be a bit wary of what I'm gonna do with the Excadrill, so I switch into my Skitty, and I have a new move called Charm. Charm will actually lower its attack stat immensely. And then from there, I can put it to sleep and then start working up. Once I get 3 workups, I can return down the Excadrill with my Glameow and knock it out. And then from there, I think I'm cheesing through the game a little bit with the setup combination, but I gotta do what I gotta do, honestly. So from here, we're gonna head into Metropolitan City, and then we head into the Metropolitan Tower, and then we head into the gym. But the gym is very easy, like always. We have an electric type on our team, which is Shinx. And Shinx is having a field day with this entire gym, and I love it. So Shinx is gonna start off the battle against Skyla. She's gonna use Amnesia for no reason, and then I'm gonna knock it out with a Spark. That is it. Amphasin gets sparked as well and paralyzed, so it's basically dead. And then finally a Swanna comes out, and that thing goes down pretty easily as well. So nothing to worry there. We're gonna beat our rival at the base of Twist Mountain as well, and then get HM3, which is Surf, and then we're gonna head into Icarus City. Icarus City is home of the Ice Gym, and a very iconic ice puzzle. I'm very fond of the ice puzzle for some reason. I don't know, it just reminds me of childhood because I watched Giancarlo. If you guys do remember that YouTuber, he did this game in Japanese, and I remember this game so fondly because of him. And I love Black and White. So anyways, we head into the fight against Bryson. Bryson's not going to be a danger at all. Our Meowth knocks out the Vanillish, and then the Beartic decides to put a Swagger on me. That's not a good idea because it boosts up my attack, and that is it for Bryson. Bryson really just let me work up, and then he Swaggers me, and that's the end for him. From here, we're going to head into Dragon Spiral Tower. Dragon Spiral Tower will be infested with Team Plasma members everywhere, so we're going to have to be careful here. We're going to scroll through, and then we're going to head up to the top where N is with his dragon, and then we're going to make our way to the desert. Just eliminate all the Team Plasma members here, and then we're going to have a talk with Getsus at the bottom. Opelousas City is next. We're going to head there, talk to Iris. Be prepared because this is the 8th gym leader, and we're going to have to go through her stupid puzzle, which is so long. And there's so many fractures, and they all use Dragon Dance, and like I'm running out of revives because all my Pokemon keep getting knocked out, and it's annoying. But anyways, we head into the gym fight against Iris. Iris will be a bit of a danger. When she gets set up, it's dangerous. Luckily, I'm not too scared of her getting set up. I'm just trying to get set up myself. So I put it to sleep, and then I knock out the fracture because it has a boost up. So I'm not dealing with that. Then from there, I'm gonna send out my Purloin, and Purloin is gonna try to weaken down the Druddigon. It's gonna Thunder Wave it. It's gonna Sand Attack it as much as it can. Then finally, I'm gonna start working up right in front of it with my Glameow. With enough workups, I knock out the Druddigon before it wakes up. And then Haxorus comes out. I barely do not kill the Haxorus. But luckily, my Meowth is in the back and can knock out the Haxorus for us. And now that's 8 gyms down. And now we're heading to the Elite Four. However, that was a big struggle going on there. I don't know what's going on there, but that was a hard struggle. Oh my god. All the gyms were a struggle. Like, I've never been through a challenge that made me struggle that much through gyms. And I have 5 Pokemon on my team. The first Elite Four member fight we're going to have is against Chantal. Chantal is going to be a bit dangerous. She is a ghost type Elite Four member, and most of my team are very weak to ghost, as in they can't really hit ghost types. So it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to get around. I lose my Meowth to the Cofagrigus, and then my Shinx comes out. It's going to knock it out. Then the Golok comes out. The Golok will set up a curse to start. But I decided to use my Skitty against it to use Charm and then to weaken it down. It's not too dangerous. Then I decided to send out my Glameow. I'm gonna work up and also Hypnosis. I'm gonna Hypnosis it first and then work up. Once it wakes up and hits me, it's obviously going to do a lot of damage to me. And then that's my cue to knock it out the next turn. And Jellicent and Chandelure comes out. Sucker Punch will knock it out, and that is it for Chantal. Next up will be Grimsley. Grimsley, I don't know what's Grimsley's deal. I'm gonna start the fight against Grimsley with my Skitty. I'm gonna Thunder Wave it and then Charm it down after taking a beating. And then once it's finished charming, my Glameow will start working up right in front of the Scrafty and then knock out the Scrafty. It's set up in go time. Crocodile gets knocked out, and then Bisharp gets a hit on me. Luckily, I survive it because Bisharp Liepard is not surviving a hit, and that is it for Grimsley. Luckily we have this strategy, because without this strategy, I don't think I could beat the game. Because there's no way these Pokemon have awful movesets. Like, it's incredibly hard to even justify using these Pokemon. Next up, I'm gonna head into Caitlin's Chamber, and Caitlin's Chamber is filled with Psychic type Pokemon. We're gonna start out using our Skitty, get it paralyzed, set out my Purloin to Sand Attack it down so it misses Focus Blast more. And once it runs out of Focus Blast, I'm gonna start using my Glameow to set up. And that's it. I'm gonna set up with Glameow, and that's finished. I knock out the Reuniclus. Sigilyph comes out. I was scared that it might outspeed me, but I said whatever. I'm gonna knock it out, and then I did. Gothitelle comes out as well. I knocked that thing out as well, and Sharna comes out, and it is over for that. So now, the time we've all waited for. The time I've dreaded the whole time. I have to fight Marshall. Marshall is the fighting Elite Four member of the game, and ironically, it actually went pretty well. So we start off the fight Meowth versus Throw. Throw is a fighting type, obviously, and it decides to use Bodos. It decides to use Bodos against me, and that is not the worst thing, because I return it, and I return it again, and it gets critted. I wasn't expecting it to get critted. I was expecting to lose my Meowth, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Conkeldurr comes out, and I wasn't expecting this one. I was expecting Sock, so I could break it sturdy and then set up, but you know what? It didn't go how I wanted to. I sent out my Purloin, I'm gonna paralyze it, and then it dies to Hammer Arm. Meowth, same situation. I Screech it this time to lower its defense, and then my Meowth gets knocked out. I sent out my Shinx, however. My Shinx has a move called Wild Charge, and this thing goes crazy. Look at this. It crits it. One hit KO'd the Conkeldurr. The Shinx one hit KOs the Conkeldurr. Sock comes out. I live an attack from Sock. Luckily, it used Stone Edge for some reason. And then I Wild Charge it. I broke its 30. So that means I can send out my Glameow. My Glameow can return it and knock it out. And then the Mienshao comes out. Ooh, I am a bit afraid of the Mienshao. So I send out my Skitty. I'm looking for a Paralyze. It misses Jump Kick. It does a lot of damage to itself. And I'm going to Charm it down. I'm going to play it safe. I'm not going to try to hit it. And then after that, my Glameow comes out and finish the jobs on the Mienshao. And that is it. We beat Marshall pretty easily, actually. That was probably one of the easier fights. Anyways, I think the hardest one was probably Chantal. It just caught me off guard how good she was. So from there, we're going to head into N's castle, and N's going to make us catch the Zekrom, which we're not going to use on our team. So anyways, we head into the N fight, and I made sure my Skitty's out first. Luckily, it lives a Fusion Flare, so that's impressive actually. I Thunder Wave it, so now it's a bit weakened. Once it knocks out my Skitty, I'm going to use Sand Attack right in front of its face, and it's going to use Hyper Beam. unfortunately for it, my Glameow gets all the boosts it needs to knock out the rest of his team. So I'm gonna return the Reshiram, and I'm gonna return the fake Klinklang, which is a Zoroark, and then the real Klinklang comes out. I put it to sleep and then knock it out. Caracosta will come out. It's gonna use Stone Edge, but luckily it misses when I return and it knocks it out. And then Arceus comes out. That thing goes down in one hit as well. And finally, we have a Get This fight. We're gonna paralyze the Cofagrigus, and then we're gonna slowly drain it away. We're gonna use Sand Attack on it, and then once it gets low enough, I'm gonna work up using my Glameow, and I don't get poisoned at all. It misses all its toxic, it gets paralyzed, and I'm ready to go. Then I'm ready to go. For some reason, it decides to attack me at one point. I think it might have ran out of toxic or something, but I use Sucker Punch and I knock out the Cofagrigus. Hydro Gun comes out. I'm level 61. I'm 7 levels higher, and I outspeed the Hydro Gun. So luckily that happens for us. Glameow is definitely MVP right now because it's just so good. Knocks out the Bouffalant in one shot, and Seismic Toad goes down. Bisharp goes. I mean, it lives its head. Luckily, it doesn't do too much to me because I have the Eviolite on. It doesn't even have a super effective move. So we knock out the Bisharp, and then finally the Electros comes out and gets knocked out. And we beat the game. We beat the game using cat Pokemons only. However, the game isn't really finished. I mean, how can you say you beat the game when you're not the best trainer in the game? Or you're not proven to be the best trainer? We're going to actually head into the match against Cynthia. Now, Cynthia, there is a lot of setup to Cynthia. Oh my god, I need water for this. This is impressive how much setup it needs to go into Cynthia. I'm gonna start off using my Shinx. I'm gonna use Roar to roar out the Spiritomb. Hope is not anything but the Lucario, and we got the Milotic. So once this happens, we're actually gonna sacrifice all our Pokemon. It has to miss at least 2 Hydro Punch for this to work, and luckily it did. But Blizzards knock us out. But I mean, it just has to miss moves. Luckily it does, and then we get it with a Thunder Wave, and then from there we're gonna Sand Attack it down with our Purloin. Everyone's dead besides Purloin and Glameow at this point. So we're Sand Attacking it down, and then we're gonna wait until it beat me down. And once it beats me down, that is it for the Milotic. Because I'm gonna send out my Glameow, and my Glameow is gonna get all the setup it wants from this. It's gonna work up 6 times, get all the boosts it needs, and that's all she wrote. But there's a lot of setup for this. Everything has to align. So luckily we return the Milotic, knock it out. Lucario comes out. That's the biggest threat on our team. Luckily we outspeeds it and knock it out with return. And then from there, her Braviary comes out. Return will knock it out. Garchomp comes out. I was debating to use Sucker Punch, but return knocks it out. Electros comes out, knock it out with return. And the final Pokemon is her Spiritomb. She decides to set up all the way with her double teams. I do the same. Then decides to catch me with a Sucker Punch, so I try to catch it with a Sucker Punch, and then it just works, and we knock out Cynthia. And we're gonna let our Glameow finally evolve. Finally, well-deserved evolution for our Glameow, our Purr Ugly. And anyways, thank you for watching all the way to the end. I hope you guys all enjoyed this crazy video. There's so much strategy and luck going into this challenge that it was pretty fun to make, longer than my normal challenges. So if you guys do enjoy it, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some more challenge ideas. Drop a nickname of what you want to be nicknamed to give you a shout out in one of my videos. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you guys all have a great day. My name's Alpha. Stay safe during this time of year. And my name's Alpha. And anyways, I'm out. Peace.